That time it works, but right now the Harding defense is laying back more, and they're going to give some short stuff up to West and try to prevent anything deep from happening. You see the catch there, a good run by Heron afterwards. Some of the fans have already begun to file out of the stadium tonight.
That's the first down for West Meck in the fourth quarter.
I think that says it all, just how tough the Harding defense has been. Bowling back, throws complete to Heron again. Heron breaks a tackle, and he's inside the 10 down to about the 6-yard line. Right now the Rams have a shutout, but West Meck is only 6 yards away from changing that. And of course, with the field goal kicker they have, may well already have the range to do it. Good pass, wide open was Heron. The defense laid way off of him.
Then he made a nice move to pick up some additional yardage. First and goal. 2:30 left.
Bolin, handoff, fumble. And the Harding Rams were around it, but let's see who recovered it.
Bolin, the quarterback, got in there, and I tell you what, Jeff, that's a heads-up play, especially for someone who's only played a few varsity games. He hands the football off, and basically the quarterback gets out of the way of things. When he saw that ball hit the ground, he jumped in there, right in the midst of 3 Harding Ram defenders, and picked up the fumble. Good play by the freshman Bolin.
So it'll be second down and goal. Rolling is Bolin, throwing. And he rifled that one, looking for 88. And it was incomplete. He was trying to hit Clayton Bavard.
Jeff Wilson, once again, the outside linebacker for the Harding Rams, pressuring Bolin. Made him throw it in a hurry.
Oh, go ahead, Randy.
Hit him right as he threw it, so that's why the pass was a little wobbly heading toward the end zone.
And we haven't seen Wilson a great deal tonight, but he, as we said, he has been injured, and he's only about 85%, the coaches said. So they played him sparingly tonight on special passing situations, but when we have seen him in the game, he's been very effective.
I'm surprised he's in there now with a minute 52 to go, and they're up by 17 points. I expect him to rest him since he's injured.
Well, he was there that time again, and it's picked off. Lyman has the football. He wants to run it all the way, but does he have the steam to do it? He's still on his feet. Cuts back inside. He's finally tackled at about the 10-yard line. I think number 66 was the man on the return. An interception. The pressure was applied by Jeff Wilson, who came around, watched the play again.
Let's see if it's Vernon Hunter. 66. Is it 65 or 66? 66.
Like
Vernon
66.
Hunter.
That's the other defensive end, and they like him a lot. In fact, if Wilson couldn't have played tonight, that man would have replaced him. And a great play by both Jeff Wilson and Vernon Hunter. A turnover, 1st and 10. Harding with the football at the 10-yard line.
That was an 81-yard interception return. 81 yards.
Pitch out to Byers, far side. And let's see how close he got. Looks like he got it down. Well, he's going to be down inside the 5.
When everyone reads about this game tomorrow, or hears the score on TV tonight, or on the radio, they're going to expect, well, Harding did it again, blew out another football team, but it wasn't like that.
No, it wasn't. It's been very close to score, very deceiving. If it were not for a couple of big plays, would have a different situation. The ball pops loose. West Meck fell on it, but was Byers already down. Let's see.
Whistle blew when he hit the ground. So.
Assumably that's the call. Ground cannot cause a fumble.
I believe that was Moore on the carry. Well, he's had a big game. Hasn't touched the ball that often, but he's been dangerous and exciting when he has had it.
Had that one long run for a touchdown.
Well, wasn't that a play that you'd love to see again? That was something.
And then the other touchdown. Well, they run it up the gut. It's in for the touchdown.
I didn't see the ball carrier.
I think it was Byers, but they ran it straight up the middle.
Sean Springs. Ball carrier, there he is, number 40.
Yeah. Sean Springs for his first touchdown. Might be his first touchdown of the year, I don't know.
5'10" sophomore, 200-pounder.
Another big running back for the Rams. Darren Hart set to try for the point after. It is up. It is good, and Hart has made now 11 straight extra points. And with 19 seconds showing on the clock, the Harding Rams out in front of West Mecklenburg 24-0. And the Rams defense just held together. That's all you can say about it. Give West Meck the credit they deserve. Their defense played extremely tough, really through the whole ball game. But through the course of the second half, as they begin to tire down a bit, started to give a little bit more. Harding had a couple of big plays. That one trick play we saw for a touchdown. It broke open a big run. That helped set up another touchdown. That interception, a run back by number 66, that helped contribute even more so, Vernon Hunter. And a few big plays really have been the difference in this ball game.
A 21-point fourth quarter for the Harding Rams. And big plays, as you said, for the big thing for the Rams. West Meck defensively has not played a bad football game tonight, not at all. For 3 quarters and much of the fourth quarter, they had Harding bottled up.
McCoy on the return out to about the 30-yard line, 12 seconds on the clock. Next week, Harding will be at home once again as they close out their regular season. They'll try to remain undefeated. They have a very good chance of doing it because they play the East Gaston Warriors. Warriors haven't
great
beaten.
Chance, huh?
Yeah, they have only beaten one team in the conference. That was Olympic. So Harding figures to be big favorites at home next week against them. And of course, the game of the week next week for hometown Cable 3 is we travel to West Mecklenburg. Again, we'll see these Indians, and the Indians will play host to the North Mecklenburg Vikings in a battle that could be very important in the playoff picture in the Tri-County 4A. There's Coach Tom Knotts and the Harding Rams sideline. They have to be a very happy sideline right now.
You mentioned Harding is closing out their season against East Gaston. Last year against East Gaston, star running back for Harding, Jonathan Byers, had over 300 yards rushing.
And you know why that was? Going into the ball game, Anthony Houston, of course, had been passing over people all year long. East Gaston said, okay, we're going to stop Houston from passing. And they put a lot of pressure on Houston. He completed, I think, 5 of 15 passes on the night. But Jonathan Byers did the rest, gaining 300 yards on the ground. So you stopped the air attack last year, they ran over you on the ground.
This year they don't have Houston a quarterback, but they have a very capable quarterback in Loring, and he's a quarterback that's not going to lose the ball game for you. He's going to win one for you.
That's right.
Might not be the college caliber quarterback Houston was, but he's a good high school quarterback.
And they also have Jonathan Byers back at running back. They throw the ball, and it's picked off again. Pass was short of the intended receiver. Number 25 came up with the interception with 2 seconds on the clock. We may not get another playoff. They may just let it run out. And another big play for the Rams defense. They let the clock run out. And so the final score here from Harding High School, the Tri-County 4A Conference Championship game. The champions, the Harding Rams, winning over West Meck 24-0. That's the final count. And Randy, what can you really say except it was an outstanding football game by the Harding defense. That's what really made the difference down the stretch. Yeah, they had a fourth quarter explosion where they scored 21 points. They had 24 points in the second half. Remember, it was 0-0 at halftime, and a big reason being behind all the points, West Meck turned the ball over 4 times in the second half. 3 of the 4 times, Harding capitalized and scored. And the only time they didn't was that interception there with a couple seconds left to go in the football game. And the Harding Rams, when they came into the football game, they said they have to put pressure on Maceo Boland. They did that effectively. They shut down the West Meck running game. It forced West Meck to go with a backup quarterback for a while. That didn't do any good. And so down the stretch, some big plays happened, and Harding wins. The impressive point for West Mecklenburg, the play of their defense. They played outstanding. Even though they lost 24-0, that score, of course, very deceiving because it happened on 2 or 3 big plays, and that otherwise it was an outstanding defensive effort. They entered the game wanting to stop Byers. He had only 35 yards at halftime. Probably didn't have that much in the second half. If that much, maybe just a little bit more. So he had around 65 to 70 yards, and that's shutting him down basically. So they were successful on that end of things, but the big play hurt him. The quickness, Moore's quickness hurt him. I don't think they were going the ball game thinking about Sean Moore too much. Thinking about Byers, and Moore's the back who hurt him. That's right. So the big plays come through. The Harding Rams emerge a winner and the 1987 champions. of the Tri-County 4A with a 24-0 win over West Meck. We remind you once again that next week we will be at West Meck, and the Indians will play host to the North Mecklenburg Vikings, looking for a chance to get to the playoffs for the first time ever. So a very big game for the West Meck Indians. We're excited to be there. It should be a good ball game. And for the crew of Cablevision Charlotte and my colleague Randy Lee, have a good week, everyone.